I like Powell as much as the next person, but it was way over the top to believe that this guy was infallible. You couldn't tell that to some people, though. One of the most intelligent and ordinarily reasonable individuals I've ever known was even seduced by the secretary. In defense of Powell, my English professor friend wrote, "I am amazed that people are surprised that we might have been wrong in our assessment of Iraq. We are not dealing with exact science here, but a series of conclusions based always on partial evidence. Actually, on the aluminum tooth front, we are dealing with exact science."
I'm not surprised at all that there is disagreement in the intelligence community. There are a lot of people involved there. The higher level officials at these agencies are responsible to follow a process and draw the best conclusions they can. In other words, they make a case. That case will necessarily include some things and exclude some things. The bottom line is a general assessment of danger. Sometimes that danger will be overestimated and sometimes underestimated.
That's an incredibly Pollyannish viewpoint. Even a cursory look at the evidence smacks of political hackery. So it's ludicrous to suggest that all these agencies were acting in good faith. My professor friend has an intellect that's off the charts, and he's pretty objective on the whole. But his perception was excessively predicated on Powell's reputation. He was far from alone. Washington Post, February 6, 2003. The evidence Powell presented to the United Nations, some of it circumstantial, some of it absolutely bone-chilling in its detail, had to prove to anyone that Iraq had not only not accounted for its weapons of mass destruction, but without a doubt still retains them. Only a fool, or possibly a Frenchman, could conclude otherwise. The clincher was the totality of the material and the fact that Powell himself had presented it. In this case, the messenger may have been more important than the message. First off, I find it childish that people feel the need to mock France in order to make their point. Secondly, I was a fan of Powell at the time, but he didn't appear to be someone who believed what he was saying. It is the fool who takes someone's words at face value when they are strikingly out of sync with the situation. My suspicions were partly based on the totality of the times, and that we seem to be in a big rush to war without evidence in proportion to the pace to get there.